Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our newest Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. That's right. Today we got ourselves a match, an excellent match against our friend Edgar from Twitter. I want to apologize guys, I've seen your comments, you guys have been like, Xenon, where the hell is your let's play? Xenon, I'm gonna murder your face. Xenon, I'm gonna slap you silly. I am sorry guys. Please bear it with me. This past 3 weeks have been quite hectic. There has been exams, there has been busy life stuff, ladies and gentlemen, outside, inside, in the middle, you name the place, I will be there, busy as hell. So yeah, anyways, so with that being said, we got an incredible match, against our friend Edgar here. So as I said before, here we go. He's gonna go for the knockoff, get rid of my Chesto Berry. Sadly, that is not something I would kind of like. I would kind of like my Chesto Berry to just be there and play so I can wake up, but that's not gonna happen. Now what will happen, ladies and gentlemen, is me avoiding the Sucker Punch as well. Switch out to Gengar, throw some balls. Sadly, it's not gonna be enough, and I'm of course including the Life Orb damage is gonna be coming in afterwards. It's still gonna manage to survive, so that is kind of sad. Anyways, gonna go for the Destiny Bond. I'm thinking maybe I could handle this if he attacks me, but he actually Sucker Punch. And I'm starting to second guess my decisions here. I'm like, you know what? Gengar, he's got that Florges, and Florges is a threat. Maybe I should preserve Gengar for later on. Who knows? I don't wanna, make a mistake I will regret later on. So I decided to switch out to Kingdra to be a Death Orb, but he switches out to Florges as well. And well, basically, he didn't switch out Florges. He switches out after I switch out to Kingdra to get rid of at least one turn of sleep. So stuff are looking pretty decent. I thought maybe the reason he switches out to Florges was to Wish Pass into his Bisharp because I'm asleep, taking advantage, but he switches out to his Heatran, and then I start to realize, wait, this guy's switching out, this guy's making all this kind of switches, all this kind of calls that are going into his favor because I'm Choice Scarf. This guy is good, I need to watch out. So I had to switch out to my Latias, and he's gonna unfortunately burn me, so kind of a bit unavoidable at this point. So I had to take, sadly, I just had to take the Latias. He's just gonna need to burn. That's just the way it goes sometimes in life. So I switch out, well, he switches out. I'm gonna wish upon the stars, be like, God, please, can you get rid of this fairy? This Pokemon is quite painful to deal with the right team support going on. So basically I have to switch out to Metagross, and I'm in no position, I cannot risk, I have to switch out. And he also switches out. He switches out, makes an incredible call. He dials those numbers. He calls the right Pokemon to get in, and pretty much threaten me out again. So step number one, going back to Latias to avoid the Will-O-Wisp. That was to be expected. Of course, he was just playing it safe, just in case I do go for like a Zen Headbutt or something like that. I'm in no position. He switches out to Heatran. Maybe again expect me to switch out back to my Metagross, thinking he will play it safe this time around. But as you guys can see, I do decide to go for the wish. Again, I need to wish. Heatran is a huge problem, and it's actually a huge threat, and just a huge ass design Pokemon. Look at him. That is a huge Pokemon. That really is a huge Pokemon, especially when you compare it to the likes of Rotom. That is like, oh, the comparison is just way too real. Anyways, go for the Reflect type because normally I was kind of still scared of his Heatran running the Stealth Rocks. And I got Evolve on this, so I kind of want to get rid of it just in case he does possess that. And I don't want to take any extra damage on the switches and so forth. But I do gain his typing, which makes me Electric Water, which is kind of sad because now I do not resist his stab moves. And I'm just going to need to take neutral, so kind of backfired on me. But I also kind of come to realize maybe I should not run Defog on this. Maybe I should definitely run Hidden Power Fire, because at that point, you can like get a typing with Scizor and generally resist the Bullet Punch, but then they need to switch in, which is the one thing they keep on not doing for some reason, as you guys can see in this match. So I switch out to Metagross this time around, thinking he will play it safe, and that's exactly what he does. We do have the Assault Vest, but now he's gonna make an incredible move, switch out his Bisharp, and I was expecting the Rotom. That's why I did go for the Zen Headbutt. That's why I didn't Meteor Mash, for he does 4-time resist, as well as Earthquake would have not done much. Bullet Punch, the same thing. So Zen Headbutt was my best option in case he does switch out to that and try to burn me. But I do switch out to my Talonflame, expecting him to predict me to Bullet Punch to take him out, but he doesn't even Sucker Punch. He goes for the knockoff. Fortunately, he failed to take me out because I don't have the item. This is actually an acrobatic set Talonflame that I used to run in X and Y at the beginning. Decided to give it a bit of a spin for the old time's sake and came down to be very useful. You know, life orb damage, taking down the Bishop there. I guess it's got some use out of it, you know, the Talonflame, good old Talonflame, but yeah. Talonflame isn't doing much, is he? That's a first. Talonflame used to be like one of the best, but then again, I haven't really used Talonflame much from you know, other people's experiences. It keeps on doing work, but in my case, I keep on failing using one. So I switch out to Nidoking to avoid the volt switch that was to be expected. At the same time, I want to get prior damage. Let me ask you, so why did you sack Nidoking? But Rotom is a problem. Rotom is stopping my Heatran. And Heatran, not Heatran, my Metagross. Metagross is essential towards his team, towards his Florges in general, towards his Latias, especially, you know, Latios, especially if it's a Mega Latios, which could definitely be it. I feel like it's definitely a Pokemon that I need just to get rid of. And if, you know, getting in exchange of killing my Nidoking to get heavy damage to where Rotom will be taken out by Shadow Ball, that is an exchange I will take every day. Every day, guys. So basically, he takes me out. Unfortunately, Bullet Punch will take down the Talonflame, no question about it. I'm still thinking Choice Band just because he's got that, you know, I'm not seeing any Life Orb, I'm not seeing a Mega Evolution here. So something is telling me he must be Choice Banded. And after seeing that, guys, the usage of Kingdra just gone over the roof. I need to wake up with this Pokemon, because I resist the Steel, and if he's Choice Banded, that could be useful. As well as I resist Heatran's both typing, because Kindra's typing is incredible. It truly is. And I need to think about this. So basically I decided to sack Latias actually. It's kind of sad how both Megas tend to look the same. It's really hard to kind of differentiate, to kind of differ from each other, but it's gonna be taken down. But looking at this team, Florges, it totally walls me because I got like Dragon Pulse only, which is sad, and Scizor can set up against me. So if anything, I need my Latias gone as soon as possible before I start to regret for having it around. So yeah, anyways, he was locked into that. He had to switch out. That's why I meter match, because he did outspeed my Latias. Pretty much means that he is, ladies and gentlemen, a Choice Scarf Heatran, which puts me back to the 4th generation days when Choice Scarf Heatran was very threatening, just like a sword dancing, bullet punching Scizor. This whole match, just generally some of the Pokemon really remind me of the old time's sake. And I've started to realize Kingdra has just become the most important factor towards his team, ladies and gentlemen. I had to wake up. It is time for the rise to happen. It is time for the beast to wake up from his deep slumber, ladies and gentlemen. Go for the waterfall. Unfortunately, we failed. I didn't Dragon Dance. If I did Dragon Dance, I would have taken it out. But the problem here is that I couldn't risk the Florges coming in. I had to do prior damage because Florges is at the remainder of HP, where even a Dragon Dance and Waterfall will fail, and I need damage to where I can guarantee myself if I do manage to set up later on in the match. So yeah, he did not want to risk anymore. He just put in it offense in there, go for the Outrage. Kingdra is way too big of a threat, but he did lock himself into that, which means that it was pretty much killable for the Bullet Punch. Scizor is gonna come in, gonna go for the Pursuit. That does way too much damage. Pretty much does explain he is probably Choice Band set, or maybe I'm just underestimating Scizor and that was his regular damage. I highly doubt that's the case. He does manage to pull up a crit, but that is a crit too late. One turn too late, ladies and gentlemen, as we do manage to get prior damage to where Waterfall can take him out. That is important. And being that he is locking the Pursuit, and I can easily outspeed him after that because I'm actually invested into speed and attack. So I decided I'm probably gonna go for the DD. I had to, you know, go for it in case I can take 2 Pursuits. Hopefully that was pretty much on my plan, but he switches out to Heatran. He didn't expect the DD, but that means I can outspeed his Scarf, and he's not even gonna Dragon Pulse me away. So we managed to outspeed. That is amazing. I believe I'm also running Jolly Nature, if I'm not mistaken. Florges is gonna come in. I need to flinch. I know I'm not gonna take him out because I didn't get any prior damage before, but we crit, ladies and gentlemen. We crit on the most crucial moment because Scizor is his last, and Scizor runs Bullet Punch. And you're gonna see right here, ladies and gentlemen, the Bullet Punch is gonna hurt, and it pretty much makes it clear that even if I manage to survive the Moonblast because he would have been defensive some way, maybe like Slim survived, Bullet Punch would take me out, and it would also take down the Gengar. But because of that crit, it didn't come down to that, and it came down to be a 2-0 scoring to my favor. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to my opponent Edgar for having this match with me. I will leave his Twitter in the description, you guys can see. definitely a Clair good battler, so if you want to go check him out, want to challenge him, feel free to do so. You know, if you enjoyed it, you know what to do. I'm not gonna repeat it anymore from this point on. If you did enjoy it, again, you guys know how stuff work on YouTube. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. So until next time, guys, take care. Peace.